Benim banyoda neden gider yok? No, I haven't covered the Maya thing yet. Here. All right. We're going to do... fuck. My ADHD is just like out of fucking control. Holy shit, dude. Not good. Okay. Reset. Okay. So there is one last chapter in what had happened with respect to Adriana Lee coming out about her sexual assault in the hands of a person by the name of Crazy Slick, also known as Slick, in Austin. Okay. And basically what had happened is there were cover Kyle's lies. You platformed him. What do you mean his lies, bro? Like, what lies? There are 3 or 4 people involved in this that, I mean, for those of you who don't know, here, I'll just give you the quick short, and I'll just give you like the easiest way to understand what was going on. Okay. Sexual assault is not drama. No, I know. The sexual assault part of this is completely, I have covered that with the thorough and I think adequate and careful way to cover that. At this point, I think people understand that, yes, Slick is a person that did really fucked up things. Okay? We completely understand that. That's a given. Like, I think everybody understands it and sees it as what it is. But there was another part of this process that was there was another part of this conversation that was about what level of involvement Miskiff had and what level of involvement Maya had with respect to covering up and defending Slick. Now, one of the things that happened in this circumstance was one of the components that did not necessarily make sense was what Mitch Jones's take was on the matter itself, because he's the one who took this information, making very serious accusations that like Miskiff deliberately sent Maya over to Adriana's house, okay, saying, "You are Maya Higa." Like Miskiff said, "You are Maya Higa." You know, the famous "You are Maya Higa" line, right? And two of the people that were involved in this, in the testimony of that offered corroborating evidence to Maya going there to deliberately cover it up, were Mitch Jones himself, who also said conflicting statements over and over again, and this other dude named Barry, who, from what I understand, is not a very nice person. Okay. I think everyone involved in this has some degree of shittiness, with the exception of the victim herself. Okay. Look, as a predator, but Kyle misrepresented himself. He shows up in some streams, not really a normie. But it doesn't matter if he's not really a fucking normie or not. Like, I still think what Kyle said on this stream makes sense, especially considering that regardless of whether he's a normie or not, he's on Twitch. No one is a fucking real normie. Let's be real. Okay? What does Barry being a not very nice person have to do with it? Do you want me to go over what some of the new things I found out, or some of the things I found out that like make him a terrible character witness or a terrible witness in general? No, I don't want to do that. I don't even want to touch that. I'll just say it like this. I don't even want to fucking touch any of that. That's why I only was talking about, Kyle and Adriana instead. Just know that this man has been banned from the platform permanently and has been banned for a very, very long time. Okay? So this in and of itself, like what Kyle had said on the stream, does not contradict what Maya is saying either. Really. I mean, Kyle could have, and Adriana could have interpreted Maya's presence at Adriana's house as an intimidating component, as a coercive component. And that is a completely valid thing to say. I don't give a fuck if Kyle was like making jokes about the events that took place. I don't give a fuck about what all the stuff that you guys are saying in the chat. Because what was still unacceptable in that moment, which Maya recognizes. So you guys are literally fucking like defending something that Maya herself is not defending, which is that there is still a coercive element there, given that it's Maya that went there. Now, I've said this already. I have a bias towards Maya, and I do think that she's a good person overall, but good people can do bad things sometimes in the heat of the moment without even realizing that they're doing bad things. Okay? This is a fact that she herself has recognized as well and has apologized for and has been getting fucking absolutely destroyed on the internet over in the most like sexist and fucked up ways possible, by the way. People being like, well, Maya had a slutty phase in college, so we already knew she was not like a good person or whatever. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? She's a POS, accept it and stop waffling. I really wish that one day you guys can, actually, no, I don't wish that on anyone. Let's be real. This has turned into a Misgive versus CO thing. Most people agree bad things were done, but the questions were they done intentionally or not? Yes. The final component of this conversation was whether Misgive deliberately sent Maya over there, knowing full well that this was sexual assault and wanted to cover it up, okay, because it was his friend. And Misgive, let's be real, especially in the conversations that were leaked in the conversation between Trainwrecks and XQC and everyone else, does look like he's still like fully defending Slick. But at that point, he still doesn't fully comprehend, because this is before Adriana's testimony live, that he doesn't fully comprehend what the fuck's going on and is trying to defend his friend. His friend is a creeper. His friend is a sexual assaulter. We all know that now. I knew that he was creepy even before that because of the Twitlonger that I had read. Okay? So his defense of Slick is unacceptable. I'm just giving you what his motivations might be, but it's still unacceptable, completely unacceptable, especially at that point where like they're saying, Adriana's going to come out about sexual assault. What are you doing? Okay? It's just unacceptable. And Kids, you should recognize that. Okay? Again, you should be able to recognize that. For me personally, like, seeing Maya's involvement in this, regardless of whether or not she was completely oblivious to whether she was engaging in this coercive action or whether she didn't think it was actually sexual assault, because at the time people were completely confused as to what was going on and went over there. It doesn't matter. It's still she still played a role in being coercive. Okay? She did. And that was disappointing. And that was bad. But people make fucking mistakes. People do wrong things. Okay? All the time. And sometimes the gravity of the situation, especially when it's something as severe as sexual assault, is going to be a really, really, really fucked up thing. Okay? Anyway. I think a lot of us are also a lot of us are also working with like information that we have now and attributing it to what the level of involvement and information they had back then when the events were unfolding. I think that's part of the reason why Kyle even said, I think Maya is genuinely a nice person, but I think she just made a mistake in that moment trying to shield her friend. Do you understand? That's what I was saying about Kyle as well. Because this is very close to my analysis of the situation, too. I think Maya is a nice person. I am biased. And she has not even dodged the responsibility. She has taken accountability for her actions and has described the circumstances at play, but still has taken accountability for her actions. So if you guys all fucking like hate Kyle now or say Kyle can't be trusted or whatever, and I don't know the additional information that has come out about Kyle or whatever, okay? I don't know. Regardless of whatever information has come out about him, this analysis, I think, is decent, is true. So here is Maya's final statement on the matter. I'm going to read it. She came out with a Twitlonger. Admitting bias while pushing your bias kind of makes your admission moot. But what you fail to recognize is I am able to overcome my bias because I still think what she did, whether she completely recognized it or not, is still bad. Regardless of her intent in that moment, her actions were bad. That's the main difference that a lot of you do not understand. I'm not absolving her of her involvement in this circumstance. I'm telling you as an adult, okay, that what she did was bad and wrong. Here's what Maya said in my final statement. She came out earlier this morning. She said, I would like to first respond to the recorded call from last week that was aired on stream. I was not offered the opportunity to represent myself on that call, and thus what I said and my intentions on that day in question were misrepresented. I have already spoken my truth on stream, but in light of the false allegations brought upon me, I feel the need to speak it again on it again. I do not want to engage in nuke wars. I do not want to play games. I will only speak my own intentions and actions that day. I did not go to the house that day with the intention of manipulating Adriana's story. I did not cover up sexual assault. This would not be possible as even Adriana did not consider the incident to be sexual assault until this past Monday. As she said on her stream, Adriana's feelings regarding the situation have rightfully changed that day, and I support her. On that day, I was only able to operate off the information that was given to me by Adriana and eyewitnesses at that time. Now, this is the part that is important. What Kyle and Adriana can attest to is whether or not they consider it, whether or not they told Maya again that no, it was sexual assault. We think it was sexual assault. Okay. We already know Kyle tweeted it wasn't sexual assault, Hasan. We already know, again, we already know. The whole situation is a great study on the tribalism online communities. Did Maya only know that Slick made her uncomfortable, or did she know the details? Or why did Maya tell Adriana to make definitive statements if Adriana said she was confused on whether it happened or not? I think that is the fucked up part of this conversation. If you don't think it's sexual assault, that is what I'm saying. I think like Maya's presence in that situation was coercive ultimately because she should not have been there while the Twitlonger was being written. I think that is the most valid thing you can say, okay? The most valid and true thing you can say about this is that she should not have been there while the Twitlonger was being written, okay? She should not have. But as someone who herself has been victim of sexual assault, I think in that moment, what she was trying to specify, one, because I can't speak to her motivations personally, was because she was not clear on what had happened and probably was motivated by defending her friend, which is wrong. That is the wrong part of this. That is fucked up. Okay? If she had handled this with the delicacy of the situation, the delicate nature of the situation, if she handled this appropriately, she would not have gone over there at all. Or even if she did, she would not have said, oh, well, you're saying it's not like sexual assault, so I guess it's not sexual assault. Even in that situation, when a victim herself is saying it's not sexual assault, okay, you can't be motivated in any meaningful capacity to make it seem like that. Because a lot of people in situations like this, a lot of victims in situations like this are looking for any out, okay? Because they are already well aware of the social pressures that are going to be compounding, that are going to be fucking coming down on top of them when they come out with a traumatic event, okay? When they come out with their own personal experience in the aftermath of a traumatic event. So for that reason, Okay? Anyone who especially has their own personal experience with this sort of thing is completely aware of this, or should have been completely aware of this. Okay? Even if they were personally misguided. Okay? That's it. That's the main fuck up on Maya's behalf here. Whether she was oblivious to it being sexual assault or not, she should have handled it with more care. And a lot of people who are obviously like shitting on her on the internet, like they don't give a fuck. Like they themselves would not have been doing the right thing, but it doesn't matter. This is a good opportunity for everyone to understand how to deal with situations like this. Okay? You are still milking this content, Lamau. Yes, teaching 40,000 fucking kids, a lot of kids, as a matter of fact, about how to deal with victims in a sexual assault allegation is definitely milking. Okay? Yeah, that's what this is. I think the same thing that is true of Miz is also partially true of Maya. That's the personal bias of knowing Slick shifted the gears towards Maya, believing that the seriousness of the situation was not that of a sexual assault. The power dynamic and the factor also plays a huge part. Bro here still supporting someone who covered sexual assault? Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Okay. I'm a newsboy, and I'm doing my news job. Okay? How you don't lose your mind when people twist anything against you is amazing to me. Yeah. People that don't want to, people that are desperately in here trying to misrepresent what I am saying here, once again, showcase that they do not give a fuck about the actions that took place. They do not give a fuck about victims. They do not give a fuck about anything. They're just in it for the fun. They're in it for the drama. Okay? Calm the fuck down. The information was that there was no rape or sexual assault, but that Crazy Slick had made Adriana uncomfortable. I supported Adriana in sharing this. I did ask about her experience, and I did go there with the intention of understanding the truth of the incident that occurred at the party in January of 2020. At the time, I thought this was the right thing to do. I fully understand that it was wrong, given my position, to insert myself into that situation. I apologize for the power dynamic and the harm I might have caused. It was irresponsible of me to not remove myself from the situation, and I take full accountability for making this mistake. I am deeply disappointed in my judgment and choices, and I am deeply sorry to Adriana for my involvement. I never intended for my status to influence Adriana. I would never knowingly protect the predator, and I would never threaten or discourage a victim from speaking out about their experiences. I absolutely condemn the actions of Crazy Slick. I have privately apologized to Adriana and will publicly apologize again. I'm truly sorry for Adriana's experience with Crazy Slick and for the experiences of other women who have shared their stories. I'm sorry, and I feel horrible for being part of the reason that Adriana has experienced everything that she has in the past year. I'm sorry that this has become a nauseating he said, she said battle. I've remained in this industry because I've always seen streaming as a means to an end, the end being a powerful platform for conservation education. For those of you who are still willing to support my platform, thank you. For those of you unwilling, I understand. I'm stepping away from my online platforms indefinitely. I'm sorry. Thank you all for reading. People that don't know, two big deals. Maya has not spoken to the convo with Mitch and Miz. She's avoiding it for a reason. Also, Barry said this won't be good. She said this won't be good for your career. Why won't she address this? I wonder why she's avoiding those two contentious things. Because I'll tell you why. Okay, if that is true, which I have no reason to believe it's not, even though it's Barry saying it, but still. The reason why she's probably not addressing it is because she understands how it looks. Okay? Because in that circumstance, depending on whether it's sexual assault or not, okay, depending on whether the victim feels like it was sexual assault or not, changes the dynamic of what you are saying, okay? It changes it entirely. It's like saying, oh, when you come out with this, it's going to be bad. That's a terrible statement. That's a threat. Depending on what the context and the nuance is in that situation, it's either a fucking vicious threat or something you should have never said in general, even if you were fucking being like, yeah, I mean, this is, you know, people are going to fucking yell at you. Barry is straight up lying and you're still eating it up, fucking gross. Maya takes the biggest L and Miz gets off scot-free. Damn, believing Barry over your friend? No, okay, listen. This corresponds to, and Adriana might change how she feels, or maybe I misunderstood, but this actually does make sense given the context of the situation and given what Kyle has said and given what Adriana has said. Okay? This makes sense. Now it's up to Adriana to accept it or not. Okay? You hitched your wagon on the wrong side. Barry and Kyle have been proven to be manipulative liars. I have hitched my wagon to no side. There is no sides in this story. The only fucking thing I care about is that Adriana came out with her story, and now a person who has creeped on a bunch of different people is at least removed from said community. Okay? That is a wild analysis to look at. Like, to look at this as though, like, oh, this side, that side, you're hitching your wagon to the wrong side. When I, as well as Maya herself, recognizes that whether intentionally or unintentionally, her actions there were completely inappropriate. Son, I really think chat thinks this is a normal convo when this is making us look bad. Jesus, what? What? What do you mean making us look bad? Did Adria actually say she didn't think it was sexual assault until recently, not defending anyone, just pointing that out? Up until that moment, I don't know what the event, I don't know what Adriana had said leading up to that. What I do know is what she has said now. Okay? And that's what matters. You understand? What matters is what she said this past week. If we're looking at the events that took place back then, when Novaru came out with someone else's story, okay, that has a different set of standards when you're analyzing it. What matters is what she is saying now, okay? If we're looking at like intent, action, reaction now, I think everyone agrees Slick has done fucked up things, okay? Slick has done fucked up things. And he's gone. He should not have been defended. At the time when this event took place, the perfect circumstance would have been Maya not going there at all. Okay? And Adriana coming out in whichever way she wanted to. She could have still came out with the same statement, but probably not. Okay? But it would have been on her own volition. Do you understand that? If she had written this exact same Twitlonger back then and then came out a year later and said, I was wrong on that Twitlonger, this is actually what happened, people would not be yelling at fucking Maya. I don't even think they would be yelling at Miskiff, as a matter of fact. They probably still would be yelling at Miskiff because he still sheltered someone, and people would say, how long did you know? And that's an understandable question to pose, right? Do you get it? But the main problem here is that she was there. Whether it was because they wanted to figure out what Slick had done, and whether it was rape, sexual assault, or sexual harassment, or just like overall creepy behavior, just so they could figure out like if it's acceptable to fucking kick crazy Slick out or not. Okay? Whether it was for that reason or because they wanted to legitimately coerce the witness in this situation and the victim in this situation to like not coming out about sexual assault, it's still wrong. Even in the right Even if you had the right intentions, the actions itself were still wrong. They should not have been in that room when the fucking Twitlonger was being written. Bro, you're going to feel silly when you go down the LSF front page. So, this is something that no one has ever said. I'm going to keep it real with you. Like, no one has ever been like, man, you're going to feel so silly. Even if they deleted hundreds of tweets the day of the call, even if Kyle and his girlfriend deleted hundreds of tweets the day of the call, and I do agree with like Mitch and Barry not being trustworthy, which I have also mentioned that. I think Mitch showed that. Like, think about it this way. Mitch Jones personally is supposed to be the hero in this story, right? He's friends with Adriana. He goes to Train. He tells Train, like, I feel kind of fucked up about this situation that took place. And then because of his inconsistent fucking testimony, he literally comes out looking like one of the worst people involved in it because he's just in it for himself. Like, that's what he comes across as, no matter what. So obviously, like, I understand that. But that doesn't change the dynamic. That doesn't change what ended up happening. My point is, from the most charitable to the least charitable interpretation of events that took place, looking at it from Maya's perspective, what she did was still wrong, and she recognizes that and is apologizing both to the victim personally and, just publicly as well. Okay? Kyle, that witnessed Adriana getting sexually assaulted, joking about it the day after and deleted tweets.
Jokes to her.
This stuff is, I don't agree with this either, by the way. Like, people like this comes across as like grasping at straws to me.
The day after the incident, okay.
Like, this does seem grasping at straws. It seems like you're doing the thing that, like, victims don't appreciate and makes it harder for other victims to come out. Like, this is right before the party, right? If I kissed you last night, please let me know. Thanks. I was literally assaulted. You'll be hearing from my lawyers Tuesday. Do you know who my dad is? I'm not too sure because you were calling everyone daddy last night. Seems like the opposite and grasping at straws to not change your opinion. No, this is after the party, right? This is after the party. I don't think you guys understand what you're doing. Someone posted in a comment there. Is this all the evidence or whatever? On January 19, 2020, I went to Nova's 21st birthday party, and I went because I went with some of my closest friends. I believed that would be safe for me to enjoy. I got very intoxicated, and I ended up blacked out. Like, this is just like straight up trying to find anything and everything you can on a person who came out in an actual fucking sexual assault scenario and literally trying to turn it back on a victim. This is the original Twitlonger, and I'm using this as her context as to why she needs her friends Kyle and his girlfriend Anna to recall the events. I was told that I was kissing my best friend Anna and another one of my close friends at the time consensually. Crazy Slick was following us around, trying to kiss me, trying to kiss her, and at one point I was told that he and I ended up kissing. She reiterates in a statement that she does not remember. Of course she doesn't remember. She was fucking drunk. I don't know what this is supposed to imply here. She reiterates in a statement that she does not remember. She says, I was told that I was kissing my best friend Anna consensually. She then says, I was told that he and I ended up kissing. Now, she does not include consensually, implying that the kiss did not have her consent, even when she has no recollection of both kisses. Yes, because one is her friend. This is written by like a freakazoid, dude. Yes. One person that she is kissing, even if she is like unable to give consent, is still a friend. Okay? What the fuck? Guys, calm the fuck down. This is insane. There's a difference between, kissing your girlfriend on the cheek, okay? And then kissing a random woman on the street on the cheek, right? These two things are different, right? before you say you can sexually assault your friends, you are correct. As a matter of fact, most times it is between friends, obviously, okay? But you also have to recognize that human beings and interpersonal relationships are fucking gray. Jesus Christ. Are you trying to say that, like, she had the same level of involvement with fucking Crazy Slick as she did with one of her best friends? There is a lot of gray area here. And the main component in this circumstance is always what the victim or the other person, the like receiving party, whether she's receptive or not. It's not that complex. Trying to explain this, a literal teenager is going to kill you. I mean, I've done this so many fucking times. I've like described it to people so many times, and it's still hard for people to comprehend. Okay? Adriana kissing her friend drunk and then saying she doesn't have a problem with that does not mean that she's like opening up consent to fucking Crazy Slick. You understand? And it does not mean that what Crazy Slick did and what Adriana did or what Enna and Adriana did together is on the same fucking level. Obviously, dude. What the fuck? One is a person that she doesn't know all that well, randomly fucking following them around, as she's also mentioned in her fucking Twitlonger. Consent cannot be given to individuals who are underage, intoxicated, or incapacitated by drugs or alcohol, asleep. This applies to Enna as well. Jesus Christ. You're literally fucking saying like, whoa, why didn't she get mad at Enna? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's her fucking friend. You have to be completely obtuse. You have to be deliberately trying to act like you don't understand how human beings operate if you write something like this, okay? Stop. This is complete ridiculousness, okay? Complete ridiculousness, and it's broaching on dangerous fucking territory. I mean, we're already way inside of dangerous fucking territory. This is wild. This is important because when given an unbiased recallment of the story, you should not be defending consensual kisses in an instance where the under-the-age drinker is not able to give consent for actions. No, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane, dude. This is a ridiculous fucking take. Rare Hasan L? No, this is a ridiculous take. I'm sorry. This goes against everything I fucking believe in, okay? This is bananas. It's like akin to saying, oh, well, my mommy kissed me when she tucked me into bed, so why can't I kiss random women on the street? Like, it's like that. It's ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Like, oh, well, she didn't give consent. Like, you can, in that circumstance, it's up to the victim. If she does not feel victimized, and this is a consistent take that I've had, if she doesn't fucking feel victimized by Enna, but feels victimized by Slick, then that's that. And you don't really need additional evidence for that, but there's plenty of additional evidence as to why it would be fucking weird. Yes, someone who's blackout drunk and kissing her friend is not going to feel the same level as like fucked up by kissing a random person. That's crazy. Consent, 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 consent. That's the key factor here. Whoever wrote this forgot to include the part where you can't consent when you were asleep. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're trying to say that you were so blackout drunk that you don't remember who you were kissing, which means you couldn't give consent to the other person either. That's what they're trying to say. Where the underage drinker is not able to give consent for actions, this means Kyle's recallment of events cannot be trusted as a description of what Slick did that night because he himself was stated that he was mad that he/Slick tried to kiss his girlfriend, and he would definitely not give Slick the benefit of the doubt. What? Is this defending, like, this almost reads like it's fucking defending Slick, dude. I'm losing my mind. Yo, what happened last night? If I kissed you last night, please let me know. Thanks. This is the day after. This week confirmed she does not remember but mentions kissing someone, which is weird. No, it's not. That's not weird. This means she does not remember kissing Slick or Enna and has not been told at this time what had happened when she was unconscious. Okay, that makes sense. I was literally assaulted. You'll be hearing this is two friends who are just joking around with one another. I'm not too sure you were calling everyone daddy last night. This is Kyle's reply is, if I kissed you last night, please let me know. Thanks, with the sexual assault joke instead. Now listen, if you knew a case of sexual assault harassment happened, you would not be making this joke, especially to the victim. This assault joke he made was liked by Anna, his girlfriend, who was present in the room as the two of the witnesses. Okay, guys. I don't even understand what this is trying to, what you are trying to fucking say here. That like, I mean, I do understand it. It's pretty gross. I think what they're trying to say is that like, well, they made jokes about the events that unfolded last night. If it was like as serious as a fucking situation as they claim, in the moment, they would not be making jokes about it. And therefore, they changed their story to lie, is what they're saying, which is textbook fucking victim blaming. It's textbook fucking trying to stop and silence and suppress victims from coming forward. This is exactly what is wrong with having this sort of conversation. This is exactly why I always fucking say you have to deal with these matters in an incredibly delicate capacity. Ultimately, if someone, as I literally said back in fucking January, even in our Twitlonger, where she wrote that it was not sexual assault, I said in 2021, when the Twitlonger first came out, this could have gone down a very different way, given that the action and the fucking reaction was right there for it to be textbook sexual assault. It doesn't matter. There is no like, well, it's an afterthought and you can't change it, no takebacks. Like it doesn't work that way. I literally said it even then, and I didn't have any of this information that I do now. The only thing I was working off of was Adriana's own statement from her Twitlonger, even back then. Why did I give you the example of the drunk driving analogy? Because sometimes you do fucked up shit, okay? And it's a lighter version of it. Or it's only lightened by the fact that the victim herself didn't come out and say it was sexual assault. And you basically should use that as an educational opportunity for you to fucking, get better for yourself. That is what I talked about even back then, because his actions were still clear-cut textbook sexual assault. Okay? That's it. Yikes, dude. Everyone involved in this, like all the fucking communities that have been involved in this have behaved in the most insane way possible. Slick in the amount, or joking about sexual assault, what most likely happened is they found out some stuff about Slick later, and then now their opinion changed because there was more to the witness, more to his weirdness in their eyes. This still does not give the excuse to change the story to him assaulting her, since now who knows what would have happened had they not been there. Should not been used as absolutes. Wait, what? No, that absolutely, what? Even when there was no additional evidence that Slick was being weird, I literally said, if they weren't there, who knows what could have fucking happened, as one of the reasons. And this was way back in fucking, again, when I first read the Twitlonger, because you don't just fucking go into a room where someone is passed the fuck out and touch them. This is literally like defending Slick. This is an insane, I don't even know what the call is. Well, this is an insane Imgur gallery here. Assumptions are being used freely in this scenario and are being used to amplify the encounter of a sexual assault. They saw it as what it was at the time. He was being weird, drunk idiot. No, he was being a weird, drunk idiot who sexually assaulted someone, and the witness herself did not consider it at the time to be sexual assault, even though it was clear-cut sexual assault, textbook sexual assault. That's it. And by the way, Slick, instead of fucking turning around and like changing his ways, okay? Instead of Slick turning around and changing his ways, apologizing to Adriana, making sure that Adriana felt welcome in this circle, and like literally never doing anything again, going to therapy, he was still creeping on fucking girls on the internet nonstop, being like, yo, check out my dick. So like, what are you talking about? This is not written in like July 2021. This is written now. This is an insane fucking thing to put together when you have the benefit of fucking hindsight. This isn't even like defending Misgift by saying like, well, he didn't know what the extent was. He didn't know the extent of what Crazy Slick had done. So he was just like looking out for his friend who he didn't think was like super, super creepy, just like a little creepy or whatever, okay? That's not even what this is. This is just straight up trying to defend Slick, which is insane to me. If he had done anything inappropriate, I'm sure Kyle would have stopped them, and this would have been the headline. Kyle has not stated to not like Slick in that moment. Wait, they did, though. He did. He was like, get away. They literally got him away. They got Slick away from Adriana, who was passed the fuck out. That's crazy. Feeling so alone, like I'm so fucked up I can't connect with shit. Music helps, but sometimes I need help. This Mitch tweet seems like he's depressed for some reason, and now we know he has been told by Train about the house visit and how he feels bad about that day. I don't give a fuck who comes after me, who puts me in their sights. If you win every day, you're a fake and a fraud. I don't give a fuck if when I call you out, you suddenly lose on that day. Fuck off. You're all scammers. You're all fucking trash. Fuck the gambling section. What? This is a deleted post from Train in the morning of the Mitch post. He seems unhinged about something. What the fuck? Okay, this stuff is so unrelated. Fuck affiliate codes. Fuck fake money deals. How can streamers get viewers hooked when they themselves aren't taking the same shit risk they want to expose others to? Fucking dog shit section. This is a deleted post from Train in the morning in the Mitch post. He seems unhinged about something that I tried to find, something that would trigger him so much, but there was a clue in the Hasan Abi stream that included Train, XUC, and Adriana. On 9/20/2022, in Hasan Abi's VOD, you can go to 04/37/30, and Adriana brings up a DM Train Center on 9/11/2021, 2 months after the Twitlonger. In the VOD, Train's DMs to Adriana reads as follows: "You tell me what you need from me to feel in power again. I've been a lone wolf in the scene for a reason. I know how disgusting PG-13 role models can be. Is this not the DM of a person who wants to take advantage of someone?" No, it's not. Listen, I'm no fucking fan of Trainwrecks, but no. Like, even if I think Trainwrecks is no, it's not. This is crazy. Also, that tweet is like Trainwrecks calling out other gambling streamers that are taking like affiliate codes and shit, which is, you know, very Train. He's in his head. He's doing crazy shit. Listen, this is a man who quite literally cared more about me getting ass clapped because Adriana mentioned me in her, when she was talking about like the initial reaction to her Twitlonger. And I'm still going to fucking go out the bat here and openly state this, okay? That is a ridiculous assessment. This, unironically, is one of the only fucking instances where Trainwrecks looks like a normal human being with a semblance of empathy, okay? Like, the way that Trainwrecks revealed this sexual assault accusation and all of that other shit, it was bad. It could have been so much better, okay? It could have been done in a careful and considerate manner, and it was not. I think most people agree on that, okay? But this is not one of those instances where he's like, yeah, he's really trying to fuck people over. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Why are you entertaining this stupid shit? Because, where is it? Where's the LSF post? Because this is now this is like the leading counter. That's why people are defending it now, and people believe it, and people going crazy. No, it's not. It's just a random thing. Yeah, it's a random thing that is all over LSF. And as much as I've seen so many people, not only is this all over LSF, as you can see right here, not only is it all over LSF, but it's got like thousands of upvotes, and people are very clearly fucking, wrong post. The other one's a Twitlonger. Isn't this the same one? It's still good education, brother. Don't worry. Read the comments, watch the clips, don't assume. Sketchy behavior and a breakdown of all the events that no one is covering. Picture showing more people who were present in January 2020. Picture from the night of the party showing some people who were present. Kyle, who witnessed Adriana get sexually assaulted, making sexual jokes. Wait, yeah, that's the same shit that is in that fucking Imgur, man. You're like, hey, it's not this schizo post. It's this other schizo post. Adriana's tweets from that day is still up at this moment. A month and a half after Nova's birthday party. Kyle and Russell's chat. Kyle and Darion's chat. Oops, shit. Sorry. Wait, you can't even see this now. What the fuck? You really don't understand it. You are evil and you and Pokey are the devil. Train is righteous. Yeah. Kyle going on a dating show with Crazy Slick is also on. Kyle. Wait, which one is Kyle here? Also, this is before that happened, isn't it? This is literally before this event happened. Am I crazy or is it after? No, it's not. Look at the date on this. It's March 6th, no? Is it after? Oh, it's 2 months after. Oh, this is Kyle. Okay, that's... January 2020 was the event. It's to prove that he's in the streaming space. Okay, got it. I don't know what this has anything to do with, like, his testimony originally of being in the room, but what a cast, yeah. Oh, there he is. So Kyle didn't mind being on a show with Slick? Yeah, I guess not. Not everyone on RR streamers? Yeah. I was asked to be on there. I'm friends with Austin and Gondok. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. How do you not mention it was sexual assault for 1.5 years of the victim? Yeah, I don't understand why this is like this doesn't like impact their statements. You don't know the contestants before you get on Love or Hose? Yeah. Kyle and Crazy Slick's chat. How the fuck are you in costume at Darion, Pepe Lav? Raj and I are gay for each other. Valorant, Omega Lol, Overwatch. Tech W, let me see your dick. No, this is in Darion's chat. Did I click on the wrong link? It says Kyle and Crazy Slick's chat, but it's on Darion's chat. That's not in Crazy Slick's chat. That's in Darion's chat. Look. This channel Darion. How the fuck is this about sexual assault? Shows the posts linking the Imgur. What? What does this mean? Why did you send this to me? Can someone send me? This was in Crazy Slick's chat. What the fuck you stream? Give me some content. Lol W. What bothers you about streaming? Just imagine yourself on stage with every person watching you. Kind of annoying when people's chats are flying though. To be honest. There is someone who linked this. It shows the web pages that use this link. Oh, okay. Thank you, RTBA. Okay. That is the threads posting the Imgur you wanted. You wanted to know where it was posted because you couldn't find it. Yeah, no, I was trying to figure out what this was, what he had said in Crazy Slick's chat. Okay. It showed all the LSO posts that Imgur had linked to it. while this is, you know, being used to cast doubt on Kyle's testimony, I'm going to go ahead and state that once again, keeping up appearances with a person who is behaving in a creepy capacity to your friend or sexually assaulting your friend does not change the reality of what took place. Okay? It just doesn't. People can throw up question marks all you want, and people are going to use this to discredit him or discredit what he said about defending her friend. No, this isn't before it happened. This is after it happened. No. This is after. It is weird. I agree. It is fucking weird. It is weird. And I'm sure that Kyle himself has something to say about this. But ultimately, I don't think their testimony, I don't think this like destroys it. Again, the victim's testimony in this situation. It says 2020. Guys, how do you guys not know the timeline by now? You've been fucking covering this for nonstop. How do you not know the timeline? 2020 is when it happened. January 2020 is when Slick like groped Adriana while she was unconscious, okay? 2021 is when Novaru came out without Adriana's consent and said Crazy Slick like sexually assaulted, raped Adriana or whatever the fuck she said. I don't even remember. And then Adriana was like, okay, well, I have to say my piece. It's something that happened to me, okay? Not to mention that there were others in the room who were closer with Slick after the fact too. They just haven't said anything to keep their image. Anyway. Keeping up appearances, especially as a victim, not even Kyle, but especially as a victim herself, keeping up appearances is just a normal part of the process. I think a lot of people, if I'm going to be charitable to everyone who's like writing this or like covering this shit, I'm going to try to be as charitable as I possibly can and say that maybe you guys don't personally understand how this sort of stuff works, which is why you're like so adamant to be like, whoa, wait a minute. It's like baby's first sexual assault trial, okay? Where you're looking at this and going like, wait a minute, why was the victim behaving this way? It's like the victim's behavior doesn't matter because ultimately what matters is what happened, and we know what happened, okay? We all fucking know what happened. We all know what happened. We all know who the victim is in this situation, and we all know what Crazy Slick did, okay? In March 2020, Russell Dare and both lived with Crazy Slick, the person who Kyle allegedly witnessed assaulting his friend Adriana Lee, and just not even 2 months later, he's acting like nothing happened, saying the things he is in those logs. Novaru brings the events that happened during the night of the party for her 21st birthday. Her explanation of the events get posted on Reddit. Novaru clarifying that from what was said, she doesn't think it was sexual assault. Later during that day, she says more about it on Twitter. July 6th, Adriana addresses the events Novaru talked about the night before. July 7th, Mischief and Maya talk about what Novaru had said on her stream and what Adriana had tweeted. Adriana addresses the events that Novaru talked about the night before. Here it is. July 7th, Miz and Maya talk about what Novaru had said on her stream and what Adriana had tweeted. Adriana, while watching Mischief, talk about her Twitlonger and what Novaru had said. Oh, what the fuck? Throwing up. Glad he said something nice about it and is being very respectful and nice to me. Wait, what? Wait, this doesn't prove what you think it proves. Also, fucking weebs, man. Jesus Christ. Why are they saying that this is... Wait, I don't understand. This tweet doesn't read the way that the people who wrote it think it does. For the record. If anything, it's just... Miz was being nice on stream that day. You can watch it back to this day. Okay. Adriana tweets explaining it was better to clarify the situation. Adriana explaining why she felt a need to post a Twitlonger. Adriana saying that by textbook definition, what happened was sexual harassment, not assault. Okay, but that doesn't... No. If we're looking at textbook definitions, it was sexual assault. You can't say it's sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is what Slick did to other women. Okay? Sexual assault is what Slick did to Adriana. The only thing that was like absolving him of sexual assault in that moment was Adriana literally saying it's not, it's not sexual assault. I'm so fucking sick of this. Adriana didn't think it was sexual assault thing. People pretending that she hasn't already said she was unclear on what constitutes sexual assault at the time, which is very common for victims. Yeah, exactly. Her friend said it was an assault too. July 19th, somewhere around this time, Mitch Jones talks about Adriana with Tyler. According to Train, Mitch had told him that Miskiv orchestrated a cover up a sexual assault. This part, like Mitch Jones being the person that brings this information to Trainwrecks, is the only thing that is just unfortunately not exactly the most reliable, because Mitch Jones says one thing and then he says an entirely different thing in public, and he does this all the time. Like he said he both defended Maya and also said Maya was there to blackmail Adriana on the same fucking broadcast. Okay? I'm just saying this because I seek this clout, but that's different. You know, I sought his clout. I was trying to get into the scene in 2019, as everybody knows. Okay. Mitch Jones has made that claim to Train because the conversation that happened between Miskiv Maya and himself going to Adriana Lee's house on July 6th before she posted her Twitlonger. Somehow those words let Mitch Jones believe that Miskiv orchestrated a cover-up, and he left the need to share that with Train, who at the time disliked Miskiv because he was speaking out against gambling after gambling himself for a month and then changing his mind on the matter. Mitch Jones' feelings towards Miskiv, what the fuck is this?
In the tweet, like Slick or whatever, because it does make it seem like we were hiding Mrs. sexual allegations, which is like, I don't know if you meant to word it like that, but...
No, I worded it in a way where he just hit it. It doesn't read that way at all.
That's bullshit. It does read that way. That's such bullshit. We don't even need additional evidence on the matter because Keemstar read it that way. Plenty of people read it that way. It 100% looked like Miskiv was sexually assaulting multiple women and then sending Mitch Jones and Maya to like blackmail the women that he had sexually assaulted. That's how it read. And most people read it that way. Let's fucking be real about this, okay? Like, yeah, you got angry. Like, you are in the right overall, but you got fucking angry and you literally just, tweeted out the most insane way of coming out about sexual assault accusations, which, we're not going to get back into and relitigate, but come the fuck on. Even Destiny agrees on this as well.
It doesn't incriminate Slick at all, though, the tweet.
Yeah.
It kind of does, but like only to people that would be in the know. Like anyone that just read that as like a nobody that knows nothing would assume that like we were hiding Mrs. sexual assaults. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I clarify underneath.
No. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Regardless, look, you know me, bro. I'm all for this motherfucker going down. But like, the thing is, like, I live here, and like, if he hates me, then I'm out. You know what I mean?
Jesus
and that's just
Christ.
like, that's just what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the problem is,
fucking streamers, bro. Streamers. Anyway,
like, the way you have to see people like Miskiv is.
Anyway, July 16, 2021, Mitch Jones tweets about Train helping him financially. Original tweet by Mitch is now deleted. Verbal confirmation by Mitch that Train gave him 30 grand. Mitch Jones' feelings towards Adriana, considering that he, according to what he said, Train, that she was a victim of a sexual assault that got covered up. Yeah, here's the problem, okay? Look, here's the issue, okay? It low-key doesn't matter what fucking... If we're looking at, like, Slick's involvement, Slick's actions, okay? And if we're looking at Adriana, Mitch Jones is not involved. Mitch Jones or Trainwrecks or what their additional motivations are completely irrelevant to the matter. I hope people understand that. What matters first and foremost is that Adriana came out with a story and that someone who was a serial sexual assaulter and creeper and sexual harasser is now is no longer a part of this community and is no longer being defended. So let's just make that fucking clear, okay? I just want to understand. Like, I just want everybody to understand. Now, having said that, this seems more like evidence to talk about like the cover-up or the events that took place and what level of knowledge Miskiff had on the events that took place and like what actions he took. Even then, okay, even then, whether willingly or unwillingly, whether deliberately or without prior knowledge, what Miskiff's actions and what Maya's actions there, even in the most charitable interpretation, constitute a level of coercion. They might not have recognized it at the time, or they purposely, willingly did it, okay? But regardless, there is still a level of coercion. If you were trying to understand the intention in that circumstance, I'm letting you know what they did was still wrong, okay? And I think Maya recognizes that, okay? I think Maya recognizes that personally. And that's the reason why she owned up to it and said she's apologizing and has apologized to Adriana privately and also publicly as well. So intent does not matter. When we are talking about a person who is directly related to the primary responsible predatory party going over to the victim's house, even if it is to like literally fucking ask questions about what was going on, yes, the intent itself does not change the coercive element. The intent itself does not change the coercive element. They should not have been there while the Twitlonger was being written. They should not have even went there, to be real. Okay? She apologized because she got caught, not because she's sorry. This is one area where I'm sorry. I'm not going to fucking agree with you. Like, I don't think that that's the case. Like, that just means you're operating in the least charitable way possible. But I am personally biased as well. But part of the reason why I have this bias is because, part of the reason why I have this bias is because I'm like accounting for past involvement, past actions. You know what I mean? These are things that are definitely clouding my opinion, regardless of me admitting that she fucked up and she did the wrong thing. You get it? She should have known better. She should have known better, especially as a victim of sexual assault. She should have known better than to not go there. Okay? A thing that what did you mean by this? Wait, what? I didn't say this. Huge drama updates, then more drama, no fun Sunday. I didn't, you made the joke about this. I said some minor updates and then Sunday fun day. And the minor updates are turning into more major updates as a consequence of, oh, Jesus Christ, as a consequence of this like Twitlonger paste bin thing that we're looking at. If she didn't care, why would she commit career suicide? What do you mean? If it was to learn about what Slick did and not about the Twitlonger, it cannot be too maliciously interpreted. I mean, I don't think she even should have went there, to be honest. New things change the whole dynamic. No cover up. Fuck crazy Slick. I don't think that any of this is to discredit Slick being a fucking creep criminal. It's more showing bias against Miz, I think. No, I know what this is doing. Well, one, I got to run a top of the hour ad break, and I got to go pee while this happens. But sorry, I'm just going to do it right now, but I'll be back in one moment. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. Mitch Jones' feelings towards Crazy Slick, considering that according to what he told Train, Crazy Slick had sexually assaulted Adriana Lee and got it covered up. Train pretending to be Mitch's friend. I think here's what I'll say. Okay? Every single person involved in this is still very much a part of a culture that routinely undermines sexual assault. That's why even a victim of sexual assault herself will feel pressure to not come out about it. That's why even someone who is a victim of sexual assault like Maya is doing the irresponsible thing in that moment and putting herself in a position where she's potentially coercing a victim of sexual assault. And Mitch Jones, Trainwrecks, and everyone else that has like had any level of involvement in this circumstance is unironically 1,000,000%. Don't say including yourself. Suck my fucking cock, you stupid motherfucking piece of shit garbage. Motherfucker. Holy shit, including yourself. Suck my dick, dude. Give me a fucking break, you fucking joke, you fucking idiot. Holy shit, he's right though. All right. Boom. Someone needs to be a fucking adult. Mad because true? No, you guys. Oh my God. This does not abdicate you of the responsibility. You're sitting there fucking watching this as though it's like drama unfolding. And because you feel bad about it now, when you get fucking called out about it, you turn around and you say, well, no, you're doing it too. My goal and purpose in this, other than to arrive at the actual truth, is to use this as an opportunity to educate motherfuckers so the next time something like this happens, and it's definitely going to happen regardless, okay, that people don't have the same fucking reaction. That people don't immediately go, well, let's cast some doubt on the victim's involvement. Let's cast some doubt on all the other, witnesses and their involvement in the matter. There's a reason why a lot of your fucking moms and dads watch me as well as you, okay? You brain dead fucks. Holy shit. Motherfuckers forgot you were involved in this because X was mad at you shitting on gambling. Yeah, that's irrelevant. That's not what we're talking about now, okay? Congratulations, Wafer Lord, who says, I lost 15 pounds in the last 2 months. You motivated me big time. Thanks, dude. Good vibes. Fuck yeah. King. You are actually dumb? What the fuck? You were active in all this? You fucked hard? Your reaction was doubt initially. You even said sorry for her reacting that way? You fucked out? You are active? Shut the fuck up, dumbass. That's trolling? No, that's just like the most intelligent fucking juicer who wants to keep fighting juicer battles. That's it. We're not banning him. We're keeping him as a pet. Yeah, bro. I watch my juicer. He posts YouTube video. He says Hasan gets owned by my juicer, and I didn't watch video, but I think you get owned by juicer. You are bad. You're involved. Come on, dude. You are involved, dude. Idiot. Anyway, confirmed by Train that he knew the Adriana story at the time of H3H3 Misgiven Hasan getting on a call talking about gambling live, which was on July 19th. What? Confirmed by Train. What the fuck?
It for Gamba shit. So like the idea that now it's being dropped just to counter the Gamba shit wouldn't make much sense if you knew that Train has been attacked for Gamba shit for like literally years.
Yeah, and the peak of it, if anyone remembers, was the H3H3 Hasan and Miskif coming together with Pokemon and all them. That was the peak. It wasn't the Slicker thing. That was the time where if I wanted to weaponize it, that's when I'd release it because it wouldn't only be one individual. It would be all of them that are associated.
I think these are like everyone with the exception of Muda on this call has made numerous YouTube videos about me. This is like the anti-Hasan Avengers over here. This is the Injustice League, man. Holy shit. What the fuck? This is so funny. Literally every fucking person in this call has made like at least one, if not numerous fucking YouTube videos about being like, Hasan fucking sucks. What the fuck? Oh, that's funny. Muda did make a video about it, but deleted it. Wait, he did? Muda made a video about me? I've been on his fucking podcast. What the fuck? The Revengers. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, join the goddamn line, man. Holy shit. Okay. No friends in the industry. Okay, I don't even know what that's supposed to fucking explain here. What this clip is like inferring. Okay, so Train knew back then. Yeah, so what? Did he know about Adriana's story? Mitch Jones tweets about Train helping him financially. Original tweet. Train tweets that he's given Mitch another $125,000. 2 days before that, Mitch said on stream that he gambled almost all his money away. Adriana Lee goes live and tells her full story and claims Maya made her downplay the story and Miskiff orchestrated it. The only people who were there to witness what Miskiff said was Mitch and Maya. And Adriana's information and orchestration comes from either Mitch or Train, which means Mitch as well, because the information Train has about the conversation comes from Mitch. She also claims she was ostracized by OTK and the Miskiff circle jerk. Adriana at a party from J Schlatt. Wojito, Miskiff's current assistant. Corey, Miskiff's friends from college. Young Jeff, OTK on social media director. Good friend of Miskiff and Maya. This is a post from May 16th. Post from August 2nd, 2022. Adriana at a party with Maya Russell. Wow, they fucking owned. Like, what? You really owned someone. He just said that the G slur thing was a real world and he couldn't think of as many Hindi slurs that people wouldn't understand. Okay, this is like getting out of control at this point. Basically, this is like saying that like Adriana was invited to OTK parties and she still kept going to OTK parties. So how could she have felt ostracized? Well, that doesn't matter. There's literally fucking text message evidence that is all you need in this circumstance of someone literally being like, someone telling Adriana's friend, like, or Slick telling Adriana's friend, like, oh, don't hang out with her. I don't like that. That's it. It's over. It doesn't matter if she went to like 3 fucking parties. You know what I mean? You feel me? It's just like, okay, so that's cool. Post from August 13th, and Adriana at a party with Wojito, Seer, OTK member, close friend, and Slick and Maya. Post from September 20th, 2022. I'm assuming before Adriana had went live, but not sure. Adriana has shown proof that only one person, Crazy Slick, had messaged saying he shouldn't hang out with her, and I believe there are probably more, but I'm also taking into accountability the fact that we now know in October 2020 she groped Seer, which people in Austin community knew about, and Seer, situation was all good. She blamed... okay. She blamed Misgift. Sorry. She blamed Misgift for this because Slick without Misgift is nothing. That's it. Slick without Misgift is just a fucking random creep lord. Okay? That's the reason why she, without, whether she knew or not, what Misgift's involvement was in like this cover up, in this massive cover up or fucking blacklisting or whatever, is going to literally assume that Misgift is at least some, in some way involved. Okay? That's her assumption. Crazy how this paste bin will use the Seer thing against Adri and also use pictures of her and Seer at a party to prove that she wasn't blackballed. Yeah. You guys get it? Misky was enabling Slick, whether he knew it fully or not. Yes. You're literally going over every other point besides the main one, aka Kyle's being a part of an org with Mary J. Lee, who made crazy claims against you, Misgift, and Tectone. Who the fuck is Mary J. Lee? Claims against me? What? Are we just like making stuff up now? Is that what's going on? Yeah, she said you hacked her nudes and leaked them. Wait, what? The funny part about this is that I hacked anything. I'm sorry, but brother, I can't even, you know what I consider hacking? When I update my AMG drivers, my AMD drivers, not AMG, fuck. That's the level of hacking I, bro. Who the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, Jesus. Okay. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, but listen, there's a lot of people with, you know, severe mental health problems in this space. Okay? What? Kyle and his girlfriend in the same streamer group as the person who came Misgift, Hasan, and Tectone hacked and leaked her nudes 2 months ago? What the fuck is this? What? You started this? Why have I still not heard from you? Who is this person? What? Wait, dude, wait, we probably shouldn't be looking at this, man. This seems like some schizo posting. Like, unironically, I think we're what the fuck is this? She's a streamer? Not neutral reacts -1. I don't know who the fuck this person is, dog. But I feel like we're, you know, getting to a point where, you know, we're like, this is a person who probably needs to get help. You know what I mean? Kyle and Adriana are friends with her, though. It doesn't matter, brother. What the fuck are you talking about? Them being friends with her doesn't change anything. Like, okay, so what? She's literally fucking, you know. If they're friends with her, they should probably help her. You know what I mean? Went off the rails a week ago, and now train is on fire, rolling down the side of a mountain. Maybe they're talking about the Twitch employee Hasan. No, I don't think that they are culpable. I don't think that they are. What? I don't think that like Kyle and other people are responsible for their friends like possible mental health complication, like very public mental health complication that they're going through. You know what I mean? Also, I'm getting sidetracked by some dumb shit. Stop opening random shit on stream. You let Drama Andy's farm you. The amount of effort this guy put into the schizo post is comparable to my master's thesis. Yeah. I'm sure Kyle can speak on this, but I don't know. I am no longer... Dude, I heard a rumor about you, though. Something about number 3 in Iron or some shit. Okay, first of all, motherfucker, I'm no longer Iron 3. So that's a rumor that is immediately destroyed, okay? I'm actually Bronze 1. So fuck you, okay? Suck me, bitch. Iron 3. You're Iron 3. I heard a rumor. No, I'm Bronze. I'm Bronze now. I'm Bronze. So fuck yourself. Wait, is he bad at Valorant? I can't respect your political opinions. Okay, shut up. Shut up. I'm Bronze. I'm Bronze. I'm Bronze. I'm Bronze. I'm Bronze. I'm Bronze. Remember that. I am no longer Iron. I'm Bronze. And one day, Kyle wrote something already. Read his message. And one day I will be Gold. He just said Omega Law. That's just an old Twitch panel from Slaka, which channels to advertise their streamer friends years ago. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't think that's a real organization or whatever. Where's the rest of this fucking crazy Twitlonger post? But yeah, no, the other person probably needs help. Rather than people fucking yelling at them or some shit. You know what I mean? I hope they're all right though. Okay. What? Careful with tech tone? What do you mean?
Yeah. Hasan is one of the nicest
I
people
was
I've
expecting
ever
him to be
met.
such a douchebag, and he was actually so nice and caring.
Oh,
Really? I thought he was a cunt.
No, he was a douchebag, but he's really good looking.
I met him. I met him back at the OTG Game Expo. I shook his hand and be like, "Oh, nice to meet you. I'll forget about you in 5 minutes." Then he's
This is a lie, chat. It's a joke. Fucking weirdos. Anyway, where the fuck were we? On September 28th, 2022, she posted a stream screenshot of what she said on all Twitter is locked and her close friends not public. She talks about a party that's happening during that time she wasn't invited to, the party in question. A party at Miskiff's house with a person who, according to her latest statement, sexually assaulted her and his best friend and owner of the house. Miskiff covered that sexual assault. She says, I'm not invited because of the stupid slick situation, even though like we resolved it. That's her referring to her own sexual assault that had been covered up by Miskiff as the stupid slick situation that we resolved. She also states that she is so upset she isn't invited to go to the house. Okay, now this is turning into like Adriana did it for clout. And like she's just mad because she wants clout. And she's not getting invited to the parties. Okay, here's what I have to say for the record, okay? I mean, this is like full-blown victim blaming at this point. But like, I don't think that is true. But literally, even if it was, it doesn't matter. Because you can't, like, there's no world in which you're like, well, sexual assault happened, but like this person's a clout chaser. You know what I mean? You can't do, like, that's not a thing. You know what I mean? There is no, you did the thing, and that's it. It still happened. Anyway. Like, there's no world in which, like, oh, man, well, this person was a clout chaser, so, like, maybe we shouldn't be fucking caring about this as much. After Adriana goes live and makes a statement, Maya goes live to tell her side of the story, in which she says the conversation between her and Miskiff and Mitch was about finding out what actually happened and if they have to remove Crazy Slick from their house. This is consistent with what Miskiff has said. This is consistent with what Maya has said. It's the only thing that is inconsistent here is what what Mitch Jones said about it, which is backed up by Miskiff's initial response in offline chat. At the point we knew about what happened, what was said about Novaru. In those statements, Novaru says Crazy Slick took advantage of a girl. Let me go to a house party where the known person who sexually assaulted me lives. Let me party, though. Bro, I don't think you understand. For a person like Adriana and all these other fucking people, being able to go to these events is like a profoundly important networking opportunity. A lot of people are like casting that aside and being like, that's clout, that's clout. But like, this is a very different industry. So let me try to describe it to you. This is like a part of her job almost, okay? She's a streamer. Stop throwing up question marks. It's literally how this works, okay? We, like people like myself, are so far removed from this. So, and our audiences don't understand it. But if you're fucking small, if you're a small streamer, yes, it is a part of it. So yeah, it's almost like it's almost like the person who's like best friends with your fucking manager sexually assaults you and then decides to influence your hours or something, okay? Without telling your manager. Like it's crazy. Is that why you also used the cloud chase Mitch Jones? Yes, that was why I did that. Not forced to do anything, bro. She's not a part of any streamer company, bro. I don't understand why people. Brother, are you forced to work at McDonald's? No, the force comes from survival. Okay, you can say she doesn't need to be a streamer, but even then, it's like fucked up to like push her aside to a different industry just because like she got sexually assaulted. It's not her fucking fault. Suck my dick. I'm like describing to 14-year-olds who don't know how to fucking operate in the real world like that this shit is wrong. You know what I mean? Anyway. Web archive. In those statements, Nova says Crazy Slick took advantage of a girl, and everyone's perception of that statement is that he raped someone. Adriana herself saying that that was a public perception and why she had to clarify what actually happened. We know all this stuff. She also completely denies any orchestrating by Miskiff and that he only sent them to find out what happened, which completely contradicts what Trainwreck and Adriana now deleted tweets by her. Deleted tweet by her. Wait, what is this? What is this?
Assuming the worst, so I literally had to say okay, people were literally assuming the worst, so I literally had to say this statement to essentially save Slick's ass, and I use that term very lightly, but if I didn't say anything, people would literally be assuming the worst of him, and that's not what he did to me. So I literally spoke about the clear.
Yeah, she's talking about like rape. She's like, yeah, I wasn't raped. And yeah, she's saying like what happened at the time. Also, what happened to her at the time was still sexual assault. But her consent, or not consent, but rather like her feelings on the matter is what matters in this situation.
Proof. The only way we could get more proof is if we had this motherfucking incident on video at this point. Because there is no manipulative wording that I have been using. I have clearly said this is what happened. I'm turning it in. I'm turning in my paper.
This is consistent.
This is how I feel about Nova because that's awful.
This is just consistent. I don't understand. But now they're saying Maya's the one that forced her to say that. No.
So okay, people were literally assuming the worst. So I literally had to say this statement to essentially save Slick's ass, and I use that term very lightly, but if I didn't say anything, people would literally be assuming the worst of him, and that's not what he did to me. So literally spoke about the clear-cut proof. The only way we could get more proof is if we had this motherfucking incident on video at this point, because there is no manipulative wording that I have been using. I have clearly said this is what happened.
This whole Twitlonger is from R. Miskiv. Why are we going over this biased timeline? I don't know if you've recognized this, but like I've been addressing piece by piece why this is ridiculous. I think people are looking at this and going, Hasan. I think people are looking at this and going, Hasan, why are you looking at this? Well, I'm addressing it. I'm countering it. You get it? Like, I'm not just saying like, oh, wow, look at this. Like, this is very clear. This is misinformation that is like, you know, gaining prominence in the space. And not only that, the question is, why are you milking it still? I milked your mother's titties last night, dude. I am so full of the delicious milk jugs from your mommy, okay? Your mommy milkers, I've been milking all night, every fucking night, dude. I got enough milk in here in my milk tank to last me a fucking lifetime. You understand me? Oh, fuck out of here. Take a second off. Cool off, idiot. Milk goes bad, though. Not in my tummy. Not when it's yummy in my tummy. Directly from your mother's milkers. Most base Blizzard employee? Shut the fuck up. Where the fuck were we? I love that people's parents watch you, Hasan. Yeah, I wonder what they do when I do stuff like that. When I say stuff like this, they probably like have to avoid it, right? They have to act like I'm not saying this. She gives a picture of Crazy Slick. Post from September. Adriana showing proof. Adriana goes live, makes a statement. Miss tells the side of the story. Khaleesi took advantage of a girl. Public perception. Adriana claims they showed and announced, but Kyle says they knew they were coming. Kyle confirms that from Maya's perspective, her arrival was known by Adriana. Yeah, that stuff was already addressed. Maya says she did not try to blackmail, coerce, or cover up anything, just found out what has happened. Even though Adriana stated in her stream where she told her full story that Maya was making her downplay the entire story, and Maya was the one writing the Twitlonger for her. This is what she also says on Destiny stream after ending her own stream. She says that she wrote the entire Twitlonger herself, and Maya only read
So like
through
all
it.
4 or 5 of you were writing.
Wait, this is like, the fuck? This is just straight up the stream. Come on, man. You schizo posted through all this without a fucking time code? How are you going to put the most effort post, schizo post out there and not place a fucking time code on here? You kidding me, dude? This is like the 700th link you have on here. You forgot the time code on it? No, there's no bug. See, it should show a time code, but it's not. She says that she wrote the entire Twitlonger herself and Maya only read through it while Kyle is the person. See, like, people don't understand. People are taking advantage of the lack of comprehension around the importance, okay, of looking at like, or the delicate way in which you're supposed to treat sexual assault accusations. People do not understand it. Maya should not be reading through the victim's Twitlonger. That's weird and wrong. A fact that Maya herself recognizes. You're dying on the Kyle hill, bro? Bitch, I'm not dying on any hill. I don't understand why people are so obsessed with dying on fucking hills, man. It's just such a weird... Such a weird way to look at this. Yes, but chanting the Twitlonger is way worse. Best place to do it, man. Hills are nice. He's only dying on your mom, Twin Peaks, fam. Got him. Fucking got him. Now chatters. Hold on. I'm also ordering food real quick. A lot of you are in the rookie hole, man, and it shows. Sorry. I'm getting sandos. Chicken katsu sando. How come I hadn't heard of Twitlonger once before this week? Change your words and okay, I need to see what time code she talks about it.
So like all 4 or 5 of you were writing this together, basically?
Yeah, it's kind of like I wrote it, and then Maya was like kind of looking over it, and then before we posted it, she read over it again. Kyle pointed out that we changed a couple words that weren't so harsh.
Oh, Hasan is talking to her now.
Was at a party, fell asleep, got touched by Crazy Slick. He was, quote, checking my pulse by touching my neck and chest area.
You fucking freak. Why didn't you come out with this then? Why are they like literally, why are they fucking in this most unhinged way hiding like sexual assault?
Okay, this stuff is completely irrelevant. Where is her take?
Like, and
Hasan, you missed that important part. No, that's me talking about train wrecks and the way he tweeted it out. I mean, she said it here like that they just looked over it. And even then, that doesn't matter. I'm talking about train when I say you fucking freak. Because the way he blasted it. Are you willing to grow a mustache like Knut did? I'm a professional mustache motivation coach and made Knut grow one some months ago. Come join the mustache cult. Sorry to spam. Have to get through. Chatter, support the mustache movement? This is, I just look for the most viewed part of the stream. You can see when you scrub the vid, there's a lot of parts here.
What is this?
Oh, these are just like memes and shit. In which he claims yet he showed up unannounced, even though just a day later on Hasan's stream, he says the exact opposite. In the statement, Kyle says Adriana knew about Slick groping her way before the original Twitlonger. On the stream of Adriana coming out with her full story, she says this.
recently figured out and found out, especially without sitting, that it's sexual assault. Because even
yeah, she's talking about like the definition, I think. I don't think chatter. Half the chatters in here don't understand what sexual assault and sexual harassment is. Why the fuck do you expect someone who's a victim to know? What do you think, like, the moment that you get sexually assaulted, you're like, okay, all of a sudden you're like, I have this information, download it into the fucking mainframe?
yesterday we looked up the definition on stream, and that's what it was.
Well, it's like, even, you know, when that stuff happens to you, you don't immediately, your first reaction is like, that didn't actually happen. Like, it's not as bad as, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Because, like, you try to gaslight yourself. So, of course, you're going to say that at first.
And only hearing word of mouth, like, I've only heard that screenshot for so long. You know? And for up until we talked about it, because it's not something I brought up to my friends. Oh, by the way, like, yeah, that thing that you texted me, you know, that screenshot that everyone has seen where it's like, oh, just guy with the black Justin Bieber hair. And that whole time,
wait, what?
I was just, oh, by the way, because it's not something I brought up to my friends. Oh, by the way, like, yeah, that thing that you texted me, you know, that screenshot that everyone.
Bro, you don't really want to go against Kyle at all, huh? Because I don't understand what, like, Kyle's responsibility is in this. It feels like you guys are trying to be like, yo, Kyle is the main fucking, like, what is he, like the puppet master or something? Like, he's just a witness. Somehow what? No, I was saying we shouldn't downplay it. What the heck? These chatters, man. Mitch even confirmed it the other night. I don't understand. Kyle says his shit, dude. You are blind. He changed the Twitlonger. Oh, did I miss that? Adriana said Kyle changed the Twitlonger. Mitch confirmed it, by the way. Wait, what is happening? Moral of the story is never delete tweets ever. Adriana said Kyle noted that they should change words so they weren't so harsh. Oh, so it wasn't. Kyle's thinking Mitch's word that he's not smart, lol. Okay. Oftentimes, the reason someone can't immediately recognize sexual assault is because it involves assuming that you are the worst assaulter, which takes time because you never see that shit coming. Because Kyle's conflating touching chest area with sexual assault, even though he will not say anything like breasts were molested. Wait, what? Brother, unconsensual touching of the chest area is sexual assault. Unconsensual touching of the chest area of a drunk person when there are other people in the room telling you to fuck off is sexual assault. Okay? Unconsensual touch in general is sexual assault. Please understand. Why are you not understanding this? Okay? Kyle made fun of the assault tool amount. No, he didn't. He said, you assaulted me, lol. Like they were making light of assault in general by making a joke between Adriana and Kyle, two friends. Okay? Not in Texas, sadly. Okay, well, regardless, we're not thinking about this in Texas terms. We're thinking about this in the real world terms, like in you know, in what you would normally, or at least what I would consider, okay? Why do you care at this point? Who's this help? Your takes on this matter are literally the same each time and boring. You could have avoided all this stupid shit by subscribing before the top of the hour. Ah! Stop! I'm just running the ad. Fuck you. In the first minute of the video, Adriana said that Kyle said to change the wording in the Twitlonger. Read what he just said in the chat. What did he say in the chat? Ask her yourself. I told them to keep it in a more I told them to keep in the more harsh description of what happened. That's what he said. Ask her yourself.
The day of as well, he mentioned, I told her that day, I was like, as a woman, if this is your story, you should be able to tell it, right? I was fine.
You should have said, as a woman, I am Maya Higa. I am a woman.
With her, the Twitlonger, fine, right. She was going to write a Twitlonger.
What is this?
Oh, you mean the start of the video? Oh, here.
So like all 4 or 5 of you were writing this together, basically?
Yeah, it's kind of like I wrote it, and then Maya was like kind of looking over it.
Mm-hmm.
And then before we posted it, she read over it again. Kyle pointed out that we changed a couple words that weren't so harsh.
Oh, Hasan is...
Yeah, she says, Kyle said, should we change a couple words that aren't so harsh? So he just lied to you, or he said he wants to make it more harsh. Chatters. You're literally, like, he's saying we should make it harsher. I don't think this is the own that you guys think it is, especially because, like, look, I'm not in the business of defending Kyle here, but like, what do you think Adriana's gonna come out and say? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so tomorrow or today she's gonna come out and be like, no, Kyle wanted it to stay sexual assault, and you guys misunderstood my wording, and then you guys are gonna do what? Like, just go back and be like, Adriana is lying or something? Like, what do you mean? Replay it, you biased fuck. Brother, this could go either way.
We're writing this together, basically?
Yeah, it's kind of like I wrote it, and then Maya was like kind of looking over it. And then before we posted it, she read over it again. Kyle pointed out that we changed a couple words that weren't so harsh.
Oh.
Like, the words were not harsh. Should we change those? Should we change a couple words that weren't so harsh? You can understand that in either way. That either means let's change it to make it less harsh because the words are too hard. People are not effective communicators. And you are just motivated by your own bias in this situation. Kyle is saying, no, I wanted to make it harsher to imply that it was sexual assault, and pointing it out to Adriana. And you are looking at this and going, no, actually what Kyle wanted to do was literally lower the tone to make it less harsh. Listening comprehension is kind of yikes here, dude. No, I also understand how humans operate. And human beings operate in a capacity where they're not very good at retelling stories. And for that reason, what you are supposed to do is look at what is going on now, what their intent is, what their implications are now. We have the benefit of hindsight. We already know what has happened as far as like what the victim's motivation is. So you're hyper focusing on literally one element there of someone who's potentially using a double negative and fucking it up, or not clearly bringing her perspective forward, when you literally have both of the people involved in the matter saying, no, we were having a conversation about making it harsher, stating that it should be harsher. Now, you can get mad at me for pointing out this thing if you want, but you know what my consistent position on this has been, which is that Maya should not have been in that fucking room when they were writing the Twitlonger regardless. How do I unsub? I don't know, man. You've only been subbed for 1 month. Don't worry about it. Okay? I don't think it was wrong of Maya to go there. She wanted to understand what happened and possibly kick Slick out. No, I think like, I don't even think they should have gone there. But even if they did go there, they definitely should not have been in the room while the Twitlonger was being written. Straight up. I don't think they should have gone there. People are trying to target associates of a sexual assault victim, somehow reverse what Crazy Slick did. They're insane. He wanted to change words that weren't so harsh, therefore making them harsher. That's what I'm saying, but people are saying that that's not the case, even though we know that that's what Adriana has mentioned, and that's what fucking Kyle has mentioned as well. So you're just basically operating, the hidden piece of that puzzle for you is your own personal bias. And my biases lie with someone I know and think is an otherwise good person, Maya. And even I'm saying that regardless of what their intentions were, it was still certainly a coercive thing that they did, Maya did. Why would I want to downplay it? Yeah. And that Maya recognizes that and has apologized for it already privately to the fucking victim. So weird that people will try and defend that when you know this was already hashed out.
it happened, like it's not as bad as it's not that bad. You know what I mean? Because like
Exactly.
you try to gaslight yourself, so of course you're gonna say that at first.
And only hearing word of mouth, like I've only heard that screenshot for so long, you know, and for up until we talked about it, because it's not something I brought up to my friends. Oh, by the way, like, yeah, that thing that you texted me.
How is Maya good but Misgift bad? Wait, what? No, I think Maya's actions here was bad. Okay? It's just a matter of how bad. I'm not saying Maya's actions were good in any capacity. I think Maya is a good person who did a bad thing. Okay? And I'm not alone in thinking about this. Maya herself thinks her actions were bad in this situation, and has apologized for it. You see how Kyle and his girlfriend deleted hundreds of tweets the day of the call? I mean, you guys are proving them right for doing that, by the way. Holy shit. Started deleting a massive, okay. Now we're getting to the part where why Kyle deleted tweets. Let's take a look. So Barry says he wants to be the next Misgive and being gross towards Maya. Yeah, Barry on a call with Ice Poseidon, a garbage human being. Like, these are, bro, I swear to God, everyone involved in this situation after like the original bubble of people gets like worse and worse. It's like an onion, okay? It's literally like an onion of like people who somehow are getting like, it's like a logarithmic scale of scum fuckery. Hey, I can't believe I said scum fuckery. It's just like straight up. It is like the further you go away from the main fucking point, it's exponentially worse. I shouldn't have said logarithmic. I should have said exponential. And then there's you. Yeah, me. Anyway, Barry on a call with Ice Poseidon. I don't even want to like touch this stuff because these guys are fucking gross. On September 20th, the day which Adriana goes live to tell her full story, Kyle and Enna start deleting hundreds of tweets, revealing the relationship between Enna and Barry. Kyle is a cuck. Wait, what? Kyle and his girlfriend Enna and Adriana have started deleting a massive amount of old tweets. Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything? Wait! Kyle is dating Enna, who's also dating Barry? What? Not that this is related to the main subject here, but like, that's kind of odd. But anyway, okay, that's kind of weird, but okay. Kyle deleting tweets, Enna deleting tweets. What are the tweets that they're deleting? Like, why would they have deleted tweets? Better have a good lawyer. Fortunately, I work at a law firm. Wait, what? Wait, this doesn't make him look bad. This makes him look... What? Wait, I don't understand. September 19th, 2022. What's the problem with that tweet? Like, okay. Kyle deleting tweets, web archive, this one. Okay, we already saw that one. Anna deleting tweets. Same deletion from... What? What the fuck is this? God, this is so hard to fucking comprehend. They just said Kyle's a cuck, and what? Kyle owns a streamer org, personal game from OTK going down. No, man, he doesn't own a fucking streaming org. What? Yeah, dude, Emaru's gonna join Kyle's streaming organization that you just made up in your mind. Like, that's not that you're looking at like a random. If you're, what are you saying, dude? Okay, guys, that stream team shit is just like a bullshit Twitch feature. That doesn't mean it's like a real fucking org. Okay, they're deleting all the tweets that shows they are friends or something, if that makes sense. And deleting tweets. I can't even see the fucking tweets that she deleted for some reason. Half of these are 4-3 not found. Same truck confirming the deletion of Social Blade. Both of them deleted a massive amount of old tweets on the 20th of September, which is the day Adriana went live to tell her story. Some of the deleted tweets include 403 not found, forbidden. Tweets showcasing the dynamics between Kyle, Anna, and Barry are a huge part of the tweets so far that have been the object of deletion. Barry, tweet of a video of Barry with Anna recorded by what sounds like Kyle but not confirmed. What the fuck is this? Wait, I don't even know. Is this going to be like sex or something?
Oh, hey, Nick. Sorry. I didn't see you there. I was just being so fucking cool. I heard you're turning 30, man. Shit, that sucks. But at least you're...
What? I don't get it. Come on, nothing good is coming out of this conversation. Just 50K postulating on things they don't know anything about. That's Barry in the car with Anna. Adriana deleting tweets. Context of this tweet was that it was at a party with Miskiv's house as someone tried to kill one of his cats, which is a story Miskiv recently did on stream. Wait, what? Someone tried to kill Miskiv's cats? That's crazy. Context of this tweet was Adriana saying there are a lot of people who knew about the cover-up and didn't do anything. When saying cover-up, she's referring to Trainwrecks, which is an accusation by Tyler Nicknam towards Miskiv of covering up Adriana's sexual assault by blackmail and railroading her. You can make your own mind up about why she would delete a tweet like that. Not sure about the specific time. On Adriana goes live, tell her full story. Two people, according to Trainwreck, Mitch told him about covering up the sexual assault of Adriana Lee. Mitch gets a phone call shortly after starting his stream, so his stream goes in the BRB screen. Mitch comes back to say he just has to go and abruptly end stream. Okay, there isn't a lot of stuff going on here. Like this, if you watch this entire post, you have no life, but you care about the truth. Make up your own mind about what the truth actually is instead of allowing streamers to do that for you. Like, he just said they deleted a lot of tweets, but not necessarily what they deleted or how that even Like, I don't understand what Kyle potentially, allegedly being a cuck with some fucking weird, gross dude has anything to do with this. Like, has anything to do with... Seems like they just kind of dropped that in there to be like, yo, Kyle is a cuck, by the way. Can you at least agree that deleting 1,500 tweets the day of is sus? I think part of that is, and I mean, I don't know, the people who deleted their tweets can fucking attest to this or state it on their own. But part of the reason why, people delete tweets like that in times like that is it. Kyle just wanted to plant some wood. Race me in that Corvette, Kyle. If you help Kyle put that tree into that hole instead of me, I'll let you touch my boob. Yeah, just come move this tree and dig into some rock. You know me, Kyle. I'll do anything for some titty. Lamau, same honestly. Yeah, I think they deleted these tweets because they're like fucking, their own shit. And they were going to go under like a crazy scrutiny. Maybe it's not a cuck situation, but a polyamorous triad. So they don't want people to know Kyle's at least friends with Barry. I don't know. I mean, I think that much is pretty much out there. I already went over the Twitlonger. I did finish Maya's statement. He said in your chat that he had personal info on it. Yeah, probably. Personal info like being horny on main, which you should never do. But yeah, no, none of these are relevant to the main subject at hand. Other than like, I guess if your interest is to like cast doubt on the statement, what Adriana said, because like even if your goal was to absolve Miskiff of any sort of knowledge whatsoever, this is not the way to go about it. The only person who can absolve his level of knowledge over this is Miskiff himself. And even then, regardless of his intent, his actions in that circumstance, even without recognizing what was going on, which by the way, of course, Miskiff didn't know how to fucking handle sexual assault, you know, obviously, or any sort of harassment. He's the type of fucking dumbass who goes on his fucking alt stream and is like, oh, well, it's like minor sexual assault anyway. You know what I mean? Like that's the, like, yeah, that's the least surprising thing on the planet in this entire fucking story. Like, he's like, he even if he was trying to say like, oh, it's not rape, you know what I mean? It's just like sexual assault. Like that's a word, like that's a ridiculous way to go about it, because he's just fucking brain dead. That was a clip chimp, by the way. No, I understand it. I saw the longer version. It's just like him literally being like, well, oh shit, hold on. My fucking food is almost here. Oh God. He says, she says situation pretty much with a bunch of witnesses that we know more about the characters and possible alternative motives. No, he said it's just sexual harassment. Yeah. Which is, by the way, what at the time before Adriana came out again, that's what he thought it was. But it doesn't, you know. Ultimately, the best possible situation here would have been to never go there, to allow the Twitlonger to come out in the way that it was supposed to come out, and then fucking deal with it at the time by, you know, either getting Slick into therapy and like getting him away from other streamers. You know what I mean? And then none of this would have happened. And then never allowing Adriana to feel like she was ostracized by the community for, you know, events that were completely out of her control. That's it. That's my take on it. Okay? And so far, they have, you know, they've come out. Maya has apologized for it. Crazy Slick is no longer in the house. Luckily, regardless of how fucked up and traumatic and awful this additional revelation has been, it's good that at least Crazy Slick is somehow out of the equation. Someone tells me when Disney reacts to Hasan's take, so I know what opinion I should have. Nice, dude. Isn't that what happened, though? I remember Ms. and Maya streaming after the incident, and Slick said was getting help. No clue if what happened actually or not. Do you know what Miskiff will be able to still pay for that house? What? I bought it, but I don't know. I'm sure they will be fine if you're worried about Miskiff. Not that it's like Lobig has dirt on, but he's too much of a nicey. What? The point is, if you are an org owner, okay, in the future, the lesson you should learn from this is not to immediately rush to defend your friend, okay? No matter how much your immediate reaction is like, oh, my friend might have done this. I don't think he's capable of doing this. And then, you know, go off on that tangent and try to seemingly defend your friend, and instead allow the truth to come out, make it as, you know, comfortable a space as possible, and then move on from that point on. Okay? What if it's your lover? Okay, well, that's true too. Also, don't hang out with Andrew Tate. There you go. Take your own advice about Maya. She defended Slick for so long. I mean, I again, like, I personally, oh my God. I personally don't think Maya was like, oh man, I love that Crazy Slick is like sexually assaulting people, which I have full knowledge over, and it's so sick, and I'm here to defend him so that he can keep doing that. Like, if that's what you think, I'll just, maybe I'm wrong for saying this, but I just don't believe that. Okay? Like, also, if she had said that, like, I mean, she came out and like apologized for it. There's a clip, apparently, like an old clip of her laughing about Crazy Slick's allegations or something. Do you think Miz is an otherwise good person despite doing his best to protect Slick, a human error? I can't make these assertions, man. Stop asking me dumb questions. These are silly fucking questions that you're asking me that are completely unrelated to the subject matter. There's also one that I don't have, like, this is what a 15-year-old mass killer looks like. Dude, Explore With Us has some fire fucking content. I think I'm going to move on to true crime again. Can you talk about the cops in the train later? The reason why everyone hates Pokimane?
The thing is, the reason why everyone hates Pokimane is because she doesn't have her own opinion. She always has the politically correct one. That's why everyone hates Pokey. It's not about voice, it's not about anything. And as far as I know, she's an N-word user as well, aren't she? I thought she was. Or maybe no, maybe that's fake news.
People say this about me too. I think it's more of a self-report than anything else, if we're being honest. I got honey butter chip with real honey. I don't know what this is, but it has French gourmet butter in it. Okay. Not the N-word user part, no. These people have no opinions. They come with the politically correct opinion or whatever. It's just like, fuck, this is hard as hell to open. What the fuck? It's more so a self-report than anything else. People get mad when you have like good takes and say like, oh, it's impossible. Like, there's no way you have this this kind of opinion. But like, Pokey even outed her fucking friend. You know what I mean? That was living in her house. I don't know. Oh my God. This is the egg sando and it's fire.